It's not to say at 6:30 p.m. na dwumadie no eba ewieye. Just gone by was sounds of our time. Some really interesting voices. Agbeve Herbal Center, Uniat Practical Institute, Irata Motors, and a Compute Ghana and Eboye. Ma it is sounds of our time. Ebreo. And chair the Mahia Sem segment and so Tuamoso, Phenom Homes, Affordable Homes and Townland, African Origin Travel and Tour. Obapa Product, EcoBank Ghana, Rockstars Roofing Systems, almost buying near the Mehiasem segment, no April. And there were quite a number of interviews I be on this show. I mean, Kyle say your interviews are you know, you may call in a fahoka. Amaje Automobile and Real Estate, OMV and Sons Limited, Asa Plus Destination, Sasem Pharmaceuticals, and a CBG. Or see, we stand with you. Almost on a boy me a day, your interviews na ebremo. And sunny a discussion segment every any fiada. And you know what we do here on Fridays. Gibbs Ghana Pay Up. Your money, your way. Omo Seahorse Engine Oil. Bell Beverages, refreshing the nation. Franco Trading Enterprise, Phone Papa Fie, and a dependable hair bar. Almost buying a day. Your discussion segment, no. And the mobile channel join us on all our interactive platforms on Facebook and then on Twitter and Instagram. Let me again remind you, sir, you know on especially I am sharing mostly on YouTube. Your YouTube channel no, is down. And you go so bit me be able to bring it back. Please bear with us. Now, you can join us on Facebook. Just search for Sempa 94.7 FM. Like the page, share the stream. Na unianomunsu enyebi and share. And then some go up no so it's not say it's not say it nina air bremo. Unim say Enra and a member of parliament for the North Tongue constituency, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, a year post, of course. Munim so mampenyi etu kwan. Ye ka say or Rwanda Kigali for the Commonwealth Conference. But before that, no, now we across some other European countries in himself, we Portugal, any identity. Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa as usual at the searchlight we ko to mampenyi akwantu we so. And the Bible too just say penny assign rente private jet bill and a odi two kwino. Now for the first time no the Jubilee House has reacted. Director of Communications of at the presidency issue statement, quite a long statement, dealing with almost all the issues. Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa Irizenti. I'll be sharing with you the original poster Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa na afi ya kind response from the Jubilee House then swear to me Eddie Amamo while we continue with conversation around presidential travels in our country. And Unimun also said there is a group called Arise Ghana. In fact, omo maiden press conference ade ayefane live ewo ekosi saying eso omo Eddie Atria so omo be demonstration kese bi ewo Ghana ha. There was it already. Was it? Oh, so almost say a friend is saying system no my den fuel born ah I was on some now
system no my idea will be a demonstration. The system we have to work towards it. We need demonstration.
And I said working towards it, the demonstration.
Well, they can demonstrate, but it will not change anything. What it should change is that any appoint you move for government positions, any Ghana for Shubano. How necessary charge or no okay demonstration. No no boy chrono too much or the taxes crown tia. Oh baby, I was see there secret papa. It when yenya sa your money I over time number results. Yenya your ma the results we bring. Yes, say suni e ban. Let's hold people accountable. Let's punish people. Let us be productive for the
demonstration. Part of
part of it. But I over time results been about. Oh, yeah, demonstrate 1,000 or Ghana. It move 0.01. And it might yield that results are happy. You are demonstrating that food price is costly. If you demonstrate you enough food price now, what can we do? What should we do? How should we do it? These are the things. But the yelling and the noise is becoming too much. The lamentations are in the lament. It's becoming too much. Let's hold people responsible. What should government do in terms of food inflation and as a price are What should we do?
Now, sir, as part of demonstration,
quite demonstration Ghana. placards no ma church so sa akeke yewu sa na ewi ni eko na wa join ma na nipa be yewu na demonstration na yebu fa so yewu ebe na food prices that we na be gina. Let's stop this theatrics and acting obi, because your problem, we can change the situation if we are ready to change it. It's not demonstration. We can change the situation. We can change how we are living, the heat that is on us, if only we will be truthful and honest to ourselves.
But the other thing is,
we can change it.
And I largely agree with you. But the other thing is, when there is heat in the system, now a man for also any opportunity to vent or more.
Oh no, means your more crowd. Obi na so mu ya no kra na boa mani pa ho to no se metimi aka me boso asem metimi ye de se means your mu kwan da ba wo hwa abakose mu pa dia. Demonstration has never changed situations that much. Obi demonstration after the edu baby kwana demonstration you got is fan bi and I say when you kuta placards ni kan nyawa kakraka wi ase ya ye nipa don pa in the crowd dey buy yeah, petrol demonstration crowd ba from time immemorial. Emu dey when I want to say impact so. Mo being wo petrol say mo say taxes go so. I am pass genuine taxes be irrelevant. Say clear free one. Let's have a conversation immediately. Those that say from say no taxes now. Where can we look? Space be that baby ah. E beti me cushion Ghana ni no ama no hwan den atono. So that am pass we are saying na aye den ba o man be a tailor-made solutions towards the problem. It is say hwe ye ho ne twa ye tuma. Ese hwe ye ho ne sa ya sa ese esa. Oti Ghana now say R&B. What's your high life for? So you have a problem. Oti Ghana now we did the abrofu nuane. Also so a check you say de ne sa poala so ne sa no manyina ebusu onzima mankaye bu body ebu. But also we be di abrofu aduane. In changing the situation, you need to also adjust to. You have taste for foreign materials, but you don't have taste for local consumption. Ebe buama sa consumption ya yankase ya dia. Debia ye push amount for brand e momunye sika, amount for nkro, amount for nyuma momunye sika. Ya ye nkro nyoma ye no. It comes back to empowering even society ne Ghana for. Danoti awoka say nyuma etimagina for over 40 years in this country. I feel that politicians munyina mutu ko Jata Cement, eko endorse Jata Cement. When Jata Cement was even coming, do you know the resistance? Resistance. I was part of the process. Do you know the resistance? It's Yanka say we know our problems. One successful businessman in this country, omu business, do you know how we deliberately shoot them down? We know our problems. Your problems and your solutions. Tell me all your family, I'm in the success. You are a Bible, they be an hour 12 for you, Tiomoka. I buy efforts when I buy who do a back up Banina Mudiguma or Moka refineries. I do a bit even I spread over near Timenia enough near process and your money to Medijuma. I buy no community way. I buy the co. There be they see into realistic prices for ECG in Ghana water. How do we solve this problem? I buy the co. There be the public service sector workers almost market here, and yet how do we solve that problem? Hospital bed, no hospital bed syndrome. How are we solving it? NHIS solving the same.
Some have argued to bring attention to such issues we would need massive demonstrations to shake the system.
Massive demonstration. Massive demonstration will be not to stop the people.
No, I agree. Straight. I get you.
They have to do it if they are really poised to do it. Yeah. It's not to stop them from doing it. But I'm saying that
the results
now through these things. Why are we not looking at other options? In fact, truth is that the solutions and the challenges and how to go about it. That's the truth. I find a practical maybe a yasha to an amoa. Yako Dominic Murray or Masha Bubu Dan see water with so yes solve a problem. Okay. If you are the partisan, it's a problem being solved. CSIR for assassin, it's a problem being solved. Yes, solve our problem with people should be punished. Lands Commission for Nananum land gas. They should be punished. Police for Binuma Konaevo, they should be punished. Yeah, we no na share ya kwanso. Ministry the almost sake ka kwan be brain in this country. Dey na ekoso musu this can yo. Akwan be brain organ dey sake ka. It's my problem. How are we solving this problem? Yeah, per se at a go. Is that possible? No. Which ones you bet me attach amana effective my boy? Yen go to those ones. A driver for chromo cash and chromujina coin fifi. Is a nuisance and it doesn't help a country to progress. What load did na coin fifi? And I will also be found watching traffic and as I did the attempt. Passenger phone to Tisakani. So transformation is not only coming from the top. Transformation is coming from all through that chain. It's so being transformed. No Ghanaian should think that the coming into power of Alaji Dr. Baumia and I say John Dramani Mama and Alan Chamanting and I say Kennedy Japan and I say Akuta Free Ye and any of them and the Mrs. Sagano. They contribute. In fact, if we get a good leadership skill out of them, their contribution is still not 100%. They will need our complement. We should play a certain role. If you go to job, public service worker, Oko Juma 10:30, now upon 12:30. Ghana now you demonstration. How do we develop that Ghana? Obi per Juma ye ordinary application beto. What it application to actually baby? Ghana now you person Eugene. E better than it imagine. Will this envy backbiting and pull him down? When all our businessmen are politically exposed, when people who can do the job are being insulted head to toe, when journalists are compromising, shifting away from their core responsibilities to be very fair and objective and bold, when the trader in disguise, Ghana,
one of the issues are and how Neomani be born.
Greek minister, but now when people start attacking the Greek minister, I'm surprised. Because the credits are Oko Adroba, Oko Techira, Oko Akomada. Tomatoes is not what is happening there. Tomatoes, near the Buoni, the ACs one can say. There be almost a quantity nipa. Every blessed day, now tomatoes are not 1,005, a 150 and a 200. Now we do a crown out to tomatoes box from 1,000 cities. I didn't
200 to 1,000 cities. In the transportation, and
I want for tomatoes at Dakaba. So if you're also not ready to contribute your quota, we can have Jesus Christ as the president of the land. Our contribution is still relevant because it is now incumbent on you to take the needed steps for you to get the results that you want. It is out now. Now, so on a day, and the Bia that would the answer will complain. Now, so one person of mine will be shifted from a certain attitude, a certain behavior. Now, there's still no person for comfort zone say, now, did it picture every day? Now, it's Spencer Ghana. Oh, how do you may be in a manner to talk about? No. When we don't start discussing issues from a national point of view, it's not possible. We believe in the foreigner than the Ghanaian. Another problem. We believe in the foreigner than the Ghanaian.
Feedback in free for within this week, every Monday, ABC and a Friday, or one particular item are auto. Ebi aukoto that item no on Monday. And I was here to be enra. Our price no assess and mayen na yen difference no, and they would have a particular conversation around price hikes.
Yes, say oil. You say we are a drama so.
Yeah.
Because a major source,
yeah.
They usually refer as a man from person BT, you know. Because on my name, you know, me young or what techima on my sunflower, any other few people will. Yeah, mother. Oil, you say we are affected by it. But I mean, you know, question say a phone echo faba, number the dollar, no, check. Oil fee 150 yellow gallon can jump in the bear for 450.
And why?
That's 550 and 600. 150. Me say me go to be 150. A jump call 250. A jump back. Now just within the space of just 3 days, 1 week, 3 days, 1 week. It normally be sometimes the traders they deliberately want to make government unpopular. Sometimes shortage of materials is sometimes it's fake. It's a cabal that determines the system. To break through that cabal, no, a lot of people need to be competitive. If you don't help the system, if I don't help the system, you're not truthful in the job you are doing. Why are you going to point your hand at somebody? You're not truthful. about block information. Yes, what pretend say your information. And then you can keep pim sa. Na kaway. Eugene he cried out by and no could do you have to be battling going back and forth on this matter?
Treat
yeah, but I'm saying that the situation now, no, let us all come to the point that apart from COVID, any the normal times that you are not in, or my Ghana and Kasabet my Bibia Buano, the leaders of this country, just ignoring these matters of COVID and Ukraine, no, any impact. But so also translate Kasabet my Bibia for situation, there's a way out of it.
Yeah.
Sa pepe na Ghana for no suntias say their deliberate actions are more ebinim genuine actions are more and come for no we should start solving things from the angle of being a Ghanaian and from a national point of yes
and on me do any true man fast start
yes
Charlie, some of the price differences
yes now when you go
within 1 week how can I be a turn of 10 cities
now can
we go 50
now but dance am crowd be drop over dance am just got the Ghanaian I'm saying about dancing it is sometimes Obi we only focus on the few politicians that are to me, not checking what we are doing. Now the connivance are GRA and customs, but be a connivance is in this country. But be everywhere. Then they tear cars as one. May so called property fraud or police for be or more complicit in the whole situation. Or more than can be suffer. No
Don Kwesi Pedro said, Obi, I bought sunflower oil for 4.50 euros in Spain before COVID.
Yeah.
But now it is 15.80 euros.
Oh.
Obi said rent moved from 1,500 USD now to 2,000 USD.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm only for crying. That's what I say. We cannot. Nobody can say we are in normal times. Nobody can say we are in normal time. That is why, as a country,
yes.
As you say, your solutions now are tailored towards your kind of priorities now.
Omanobi say on sa grapes, red grapes now you are last week
you were 10 and you were 20.
Also last week you will be 20 cities.
Yeah.
And 30 cities.
Yeah, Obi. Na pa no, you know, bet make
10 cities different. They are there.
But one day on prices too so.
Hey.
No,
from 20 to 30
you want on price too so. That time but now can say are we considering price regulation? What can you say? The open market system will not encourage us to do that. That's it. But still whichever way, we still have a means to really cut short some of these things. Obi, we still have a means. I don't know about cement cry over variation in terms of prices. Over CMF, over Jata, over Gasem, over Way, over Wea. The price variation. What it tells you is that we can follow a certain pattern, even price no grab kosra. And yes, she'll be asa.
And once we make use of local materials in building,
yes.
We have
to reorient our mindset because if we don't start adjusting, we are quick to always make comparisons. And I say, but locally, some Ghanaians are born lazy
and very bad.
Very bad.
We say, Obi, hope you're doing well. I live in Kaswa Opei Kuma. My landlord has increased my rent fee from 130 Ghana cedis to 250 Ghana cedis, which means it's been increased by 97%.
Yeah. Yeah. It is say only we increase 97%. That driver also catch it. Say me petrol affecting me directly. Me pejami demu dia wo kasai. Yeah, be tio on my nan kasano.
97%.
Yeah, on my nan kasano.
Just like that.
Sonny nyoma bebre so. I say sonny nyoma bebre so. That's why I continue every morning when you wake up. Now, and your my to no, and your mama yedin, and your mama yedin, and your mama yedin, and your mama yedin. And all yedin, we are contributing to Nyamanima Edding, it be a deliberate, it be a for political reasons, it be a propaganda, it be a mischievous. These things no ne kuyeno. So you're honest to ourselves as a country. So your leaders since you're truthful and patriotic. No more so yes demonstrating certain sacrifices are. I don't think that the Ghanaian will wake up frustrated. I don't think that.
Obi, as for the grapes, it's mind-boggling. I bought some yesterday, and it was 35 Ghana cedis from 25 Ghana cedis on Tuesday. Into under 2 days, 10 cedis are back home. And the painful thing is that these are imported products too. And that's another angle. What's the essential? Hassan Abdel Kafil Rami and on the way Abraham. Good afternoon, Obi. I'm in Bronx before COVID. Mama's choice fufu bag was $16. Now it is $22. So the price hike is global. I get you, but we want to concentrate on Ghana. Near share differences.
No. But we acknowledge and appreciate.
Yeah.
Nyoma baby I are untouchable now. But Obi Ansu baby I are untouchable no. Obi Ansu yes certain adjustments be. So what I say Obi Ansu yes certain policies be to reshape times are a woman.
And that is where one of the issues are Emma Metie Arise Ghana movement or more conversation movement. And let me again commend them. Say, I think one thing I dear organization. How are you organizing them? Monitoring them from afar. No, share community engagement. How my year lorry parks visitation and routes enrich no more Kaneshi market any other. The organization has been superb. How they are taking the message to the ordinary people and say demonstration numbers na massive. I will not be surprised. One issue more raising critically, many 1 year drain, the issue of fuel, as you were saying. Nobody would disagree with the fact that the price of crude across on the world market. And it is not also true, say, aban betimi the bibia said deregulation. Said deregulation in Tino, aban ho hwea enye. Because we all know say 40% of price build up taxes.
Yeah.
Some of these taxes, government should be able to do something. That entrenched way say, oh, yeah, the ensaka taxes ne dia ebe ha dwen ye be lusu sika bi ene ade no. Because yes, almost we argue say net importers of way India was aban timi nya sika bi masa say ohwe difference na negligible. Because ohwe ye fuel consumption as a country a day. It is huge. In the year Diana Yenya Yakokoton, or they compare what we use and what say this Kakotobana and Kashe. In that argument, put say this baby. I think say the taxes, the government can do something about it. And if there should be any result from that demonstration now, it should be government sitting up and saying, say, wait a minute. Because when him, the other makers at the last time our Greek minister by I'm in the income. On argument is Adriano. No. As far as he is concerned, Adriano. The challenge is that Adriano free a form or Abajomono. Yeah, the car neighbor. Car no fuel I had a
Yatum.
And I think fuel is at the heart of everything. And government at least underscore Kwade. Because there are some of the tax handles now it was sunset clause. And are buying extended. Special petroleum tax, for example. Inti those ones something can be done. Now say omutimi eyi before the argument has been made say your taxes require ban yi be free more and sheda enye hwe e ma price build up, but at least it will show the Ghanaian people say if the government are demonstrating baby. And I think on that score there I would want to agree with Arise Ghana for concern and some other Ghanaians
no but these groupings sometimes almost a power bank akra. Of course. So it's relevant that maybe the person will catch you as everybody within the laws of the land, you have a right to do whatever if you fall within that law.
Yeah.
But it is also our responsibility to paint the picture fairly.
Absolutely.
So as a fairly to the society. Yeah, we have to paint the picture fairly to them. If we don't start getting out of those kind of lifestyle now, propaganda, mischief, and all those kind of blackmailing and sensationalism and exaggeration. Masa, epuenye baby anywhere ajo. And the crucial part say Ghana is not as worse as sometimes we keep painting it.
Of course.
We need to work on our weakness from the leader to the last person of the land. We need to work on our mentality as journalists. We need to work on ourselves as traders. Now, who dodgy tax and the customs and GRU for dodging. Now, who be blame about anything? Wow, we say, who blame about something?
And another document here, close to 2,000.
Yes, and no
activation.
I could say,
yes,
and over 7 years. Yeah, huge amounts of money. And these monies could have saved a certain situation. It was mine. Ntokura did them man for who diwa na moa and your mind mrabo ebra okoye porter go tabi brain and port on say obi to Mississippi ope. These are the things that frustrate the pa. Because the system ni mu no nipa bi ni mu ye your mo so mo ye kan cabinet for it frustrates people.
Man, and then I mean okay frustration.
Yeah.
Now me madam for investment banker be a income. Unim say dollar ne start here fluctuate sana. It affect people to the extent say there is a run on some of these finance houses. In call for NA, what's happening? They say amount for higher investment, no. Bebrina akọ air withdraw or musica from the investment and they got dollars.
And that's why business.
I'm telling you.
I say I know that you know be na a business.
No, but omu reason they say the reason is say or share the investment wa ba be no. Now or share returns are airbus over the period.
No, say or $40 na returns
or returns now. Na say or benchmark it to dollar rate now. Who say the returns now dey swat. In the end ma me nko yi me sika na me $50 na $50.
Obi akoto $50,000. La time say a year in hospitals. And when you for so na mo no abroso.
That's what some of them are doing. But because dollar born in so no. And I think man this dollar conversation the Bank of Ghana should help us.
But key obi na say unim say dollar say me na obi ejuma dodo na so nyina ya amano ne ejuma.
No, I agree.
Yeah, ejuma
dodo. I agree with
na
repatriation, no.
Yeah, ejuma dodo na ya amano ne ejuma.
Unim say Ocean Free Zones Act.
Yeah.
Ocean Free Zones Act.
Yeah.
Ocean GIPC Act. Now Ocean the concessions and incentives the company.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Obi.
Now this is how we a free zones company.
Yeah.
We a free zones company. You can repatriate all your profits.
Yeah.
What repatriate the call?
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah.
And almost also now convert it into a convertible currency.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Because Ghana city won't be fact.
There should be a conversation that will encourage and empower and give hope to the Ghanaian and the business society. But our business class and so there. Almost explanations of the
yes.
Because
you see, how a Ghanaian company.
Cost of production.
One under free zones.
Yeah.
All of these benefits, no you. Apart from some repatriate your more profits, they can. Your amount first 10 years. Tax free. First 10 years.
Your company is a form but we are wicked towards ourselves. Very wicked towards ourselves. That's why sometimes
T-Row Park no be ate.
No T-Row no
they're a friend of Fluffy no.
Fluffy no.
I used to buy at 16 Ghana cedis. It's now selling at 29 Ghana cedis.
And no because Fluffy no go there channel. Now idea auto ever there.
No about 16 to 29 dey be wo mo pa.
Obi no money na ebi wo. Watermelon kro bi wo. Na da ma da onkodum. Hey, kokra mane bo na kore mo nkokra auto a.
Yes say sisi ano. Ye giant open say traders na to me fa price be ato money.
Well, Obi, that is the question I asked you the other time. I say price regulation there up for now they mean too much.
But who say we need some interventions.
Yeah, those interventions.
Because you cannot sell something on Tuesday for 20 cedis and sell it on Thursday for 35 cedis.
Those interventions na here say aban no mun call for no ebetimi edenchiremu ni solutions bi because these interventions, what we can sit here to do is to draw government's attention to people's lamentations and challenges. Beyond this, continuously hammering the weakness in administration and giving them the places where it is due. But as we speak now, aban the crown position and so crown is another matter. And a nipa no mindset no form that mindset. Yes, nipa mindset no. What we have failed as a country is along the line. Ye who kwan a lot of nyoma ebe share ya adwene esua nyoma bebrea ensem fata. Na ka say normal. We lost our identity. And it ama say identity na illusion. Ama na problem in this country for us.
Adena ye din komo about arbitrary increases in prices by traders. Guta for nkahe.
There be guta for no.
Tag for nkahe.
Guta for no. On say nano da yedin komo no na yedin komo no na buy crap so yes sa skills grams are buy ye okay say that region that's why you cry that's why you nani and that one was a good position was that and no man wo pese yin na nipa no man yin na ye den e wa etimo me enkoso nya den enfambra was o man no e be build abai say bia da bi You can see a train pound so the idea and we and then because you are starting process. We have to go. Yeah. So it is no be brain as you see unkonya tnase. Na emom ye konwa sie no. E say adwen abribia de touch ni amanyosem any to me. Yeah. Amanyosem enye papa o. Any to me aye penti no. Ana to me e pese sustain no. Bribia da anamo aye tu no. It continues not to be in the interest of the bigger society. Yeah. Is in the interest of a party, a grouping, or a society.
Or individual.
Yes.
Well, and the only see, yes. Ope $2 million. Kwa was your friend is saying
black market.
Go
yeah, look at how dangerous it is.
$2 million.
Never one was in Confona be crowded. Yeah, you movement what is happening in this country, Obi? What is happening in this country?
Clearly, no, the dollar to see the idea now.
But I'm saying a baby.
Oh man,
no,
the superstructure.
No,
I was see a building.
That's why
anyhow.
But that's what me
say. How can you get because Oko South Africa na say won't mean $5 in Toby BR.
But that's what
how to mean $2 million from black market.
That's what make us say aban nan kasa yen hihye ya. Aban ne flout. Eno ti the man here fu. E ma yen so yetimi flout. Estate developers in their quotation is in dollars. Estate developers in their quotation is in dollars. Boldly inscribed in front of their land and on properties no. Yeah, say from dollar need go man be. What was happening? I don't know baby etimi this amra so. Never high etimi so.
So yeah no it ends with a statement. Bank of Ghana the statement never no be akoda.
Oh, Charlie.
You say Abuaje a PR Roma good town. I'm watching tag. Okay. Is I'm watching belated happy birthday. Not saying
Bemena Majosuwe Mamon Yenny belated Sana Moman yet Senia Bank of Ghana issue statement that no Makodano.
No Makodani bio.
Oh no mine in Metro. Monkey come home family.
Mate, ya the Bebrona, where the NA fair wa, we advocate am watching. More advocate Emma traders welfare any other. Adentina. Sisi amount for ede ope ehye wonsem etoto ne yoma buo mu sa e ba no mu nka hwe na asem aye kom
be na ma me fa offidication na me chia Ghana 24 na ni titiro me chia traders advocacy group Ghana se me tise obi ka sa asem na ya na ye me yakaka na yeso enye bibia ma wase anke mo no kro no na se yehwemu pa COVID iba ye a oye senka ye kusi na ye nyansi na Ukraine Russia to kweso bai se Ghana for penny for journalists for empanifo nyina wa baso ba me gidi ye senka gedifo na osanke boy abaso enso so entesa hwe oman ani efi se o maso o madwenbo oman ani efi se sa oman ne de nka we heaven o me no ya we ba ye enyane bebresi ni short was aman America na say ya baby milk kwanan kofu nya binto enche na Germany Holland cooking oil kwanan mu nya binto enso Ghana get for them to ma bo mu yem sinkete say o bibia ye kofa bia ne ba kofa aba am obi enya bia obi egedie te say OMCC ene me ye sure say goy oko goy asa de ton petrol no oko zen oil la enya sa na omoto eti se gedi ni bi ko fan na ba ti say ye exporters ye importers esa ye wholesalers ye retailers se me ko fan na ba na mi tuma obi na nipa no ko na nipa no tumu a se nipa na wo tumu no in no time wan hwe ya obe free market ni mu because oba kantamanto ne mokola ni tudu ameton me nema then ye ton pabo o nko an ye twem go 500 eti se wo be fa me pabo na se wo se wo tum ama Ghana fo nwa che na wo pem fa so dodo a wo betena wo nema ho obi anto na de ye kan se de ne wo se nke ye to nema mu kra no enye sa na ato nema mu because ye di bronye ya na ye di 630,000 it's $100,000. And then many say is close to 800,000. And now they bring $100,000. Say, we share import duties ɛna nneɛma a yɛkɔfa wɔ aburokyire no mpo leather boɔ kɔ soro copper boɔ kɔ soro metal boɔ kɔ soro saa nneɛma wei nyinaa put together sɛ yɛhwɛ anka nneɛma bebree na ɔsɛ nka yɛadɔbɔ price no ɛnso so edwadifoɔ agye ntoma abɔ mu yɛm sɛ yɛbɛ sacrifice part of our profit because first anaka mekɔfa nneɛma bi aba at least 20 to 25% deɛ na kɛ me profit ɛso na mene woka sɛ meyɛ 5 to 8%. Eti ɛkyerɛ wo sɛ yɛn yɛ dwen Ghana wɔn a wɔbɛfa nneɛma akɔ fie akɔtɔn no because me sɛ mpɛ mɛtɔn mpaboa ne nkonnwa asɛde yɛn yɛ ni me nso mɛkɔ obi a wakɔfa cooking oil aba ebi a mɛkɔ baabi akɔtɔ ataare eti yɛn nyinaa we have it at the back of our mind sɛ yɛn nkɔtoto nneɛma mu ɛma Ghanafoɔ ho nkyerɛ ho bebree mɛkɔ yɛn nyinaa yɛkɔ dwa anim bi.
Ba enne mehwe feedback a etiefoɔ no de ɛma yɛn a for example obi sɛ grapes a yɛtɔn wɔ traffic mu yi ɔtɔ obi Tuesday na yɛ 20 cedis Thursday ɔkɔtɔ bi a 35 cedis 15 cedis within 2 days ɛdɛn nko a
no ɔn sɛ Ghanafoɔ bebree so no sometimes menim baabi a yɛ ɔmo nye ɔmo sika fi ɔmo kɔtɔ adeɛ na ɔkɔ shop A yɛbɔ ɔboa no wagyina hɔ atɔ grapes yi a wɔkɛn me matɔ bi 20 cedis o menkyerɛ baabi a metɔɔ no kolebu to Mamprobi on your ufi kolebu ba Mamprobi on your right ubon sɛ wotra ECG foɔ no a yɛtɔn grapes fruit wɔ da bi ɔnam tɔ grapes and Adansoma market at the back of the market now fire service wɔ hɔ no ɛhɔ na metɔ me deɛ for the past 6 months ni dudu a metɔ ɛne ne boɔ saa na metɔ no edifine ne nipa no kɔtɔɔ ne deɛ yɛne na emine bi a mene wodi nkɔmmɔ meka kyerɛ wo sɛ deɛ na GRA foɔ ɛyɛ custom division na ɔmo de calculate duty ne emene ɔmo nya adwen no because yɛn nyinaa wobɛka sɛ oh ne munya na mokɔɔ China yes no kɔ nyinaa ne yɛkɔɔ China na yɛkɔɔ China no obi ɛnam sɛ ɔno deɛ wammere na onya sika na ne sika nya bosia no nti no ogyina akɔntu wa na ɔtotɔ ne nneɛma baeɛ na me awoba ya makɔgye bosia at interest rate of 24-25%. Me do China na me koye leather nneɛma no me say wura mu kokro bi a na province a yɛfrɛ winjo because of the anything leather na ho na abenya it is a what Ghana na so so beto tomatoes wɔ more wo bi ko tomatoes e wa gbugburusia ne bo onye pɛ o to comfortability e wo bo
Asempa
it is a wo person ho to wa wo betua nneɛma abɔden eti mesrɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ sɛ wokɔ shop A na nneɛma no yɛ 10 cedis abɔ mmɔden akɔ shop bɛɛfɔ na kɔ compare prices no wobɛnya obi a sɛbe nyamesuro wɔ no mu a ɔnyɛ n'adwen sɛ ɔpɛ mfasoɔ bebree na wakɔtɔ wɔ hɔ na wopɛ comfort ebi a wohyɛ 6 inches shoe edu ntumi nante bebree bi a ɛnyɛ comfort deɛ it come at a cost.
The issue of price controls in these times as you be able to know den no dwadifoni bi nso deliberately share that to nneɛma abɔden ebinom can we as a country begin to consider price controls ndi enim say auto grapes say me to agbegbuleshi o say me to akomada no 20 cedis
obi enti bi nya adwuma me obi to we expose or mine is exposed even fuel say wokɔ California fuel a wobɛtɔ ne boɔ no woba New York a ne boɔ nte saa so te aseɛ
yes
it is hard any deɛ sɛ nyame abɔ wiase a nyansa mu nsantia nyinaa nyɛ pɛ no saa de deɛ ɔyɛ no baabi a ɛnyɛ yi because 2 bedrooms ɛwɔ Dansoman any 2 bedrooms ɛwɔ East Legon ɛnyɛ pɛ 2 bedrooms ɛwɔ Trasako any 2 bedrooms ɛwɔ Mamprobi anaa Chɔkɔ ɛnyɛ pɛ ɛso ne nyinaa yɛ 2 bedrooms ebi kura Chɔkɔ kura deɛ wogyina hɔ abɛsɛ hu ocean no view na ɛfɛ ɛnso boɔ no wɔ fam wobɛkɔ Trasako unhu view bi anaa hu ocean bi a ɛnso betu abɔden nti ɛsaa na ɛte eti price control ne deɛ ɛnyɛ yɛ ba na ɔman ɛmmeki some important point obi adɛn ne yɛte wɔ man na ɔman hwɛ nansan a government institution bi ɔmakɔ hand dan almost more than 2 years rent. And so what Ghana mbremu say, any kwase the 2 more than 6 months. Or no, a buying answer mra no abuso. Oko kan so your politics. I didn't think yet o man. Na obi a supervision rule. Yeah, it was to play. Yeah, one you tianeka. Or no so ko play the supervision rule no. At the report aba. I'm a bank, you know, ya man is here, you man no is a bank in Igu. Ni a bank manager no. Ni a Jenny Pana, head of banking supervision, our Bank of Ghana. I didn't think I ain't no. Na capital bank, Penny, a better no. Me by capital bank, Penny minimum no. But in all fairness and sincerity, say, no head of banking supervision, or call bank to our say, BB had an acronym. Na eba ente sa say ye capital bank manager there. I think say in all fairness, it was a head of banking supervision or Bank of Ghana. Ye cheno. Now obi na we knew o man we and na show date no 6th of March. Yeah, ye nyina Ghana ye celebrate anniversary wo Cape Coast. Na branch e bia begina Independence Square. So all launch coin, freedom coin. At the Bank of Ghana, issue statement against it. As we speak, any party put out IGP what here now on IGP do better just IGP and no man want here.
Asempa FM.
And Crawford almost we are almost a sensika for airport a Griase. Yes, a sensika. IGP and one now win. May a man say a so bunkuma a yen so define it. Say ye chichiri omaya yemfa adwimu fine ye chichiri omaya yemfa pepe ye en chichiri omaya say eso obi muni ati obi a eso omahin mu so ayenchi
omahin enso esa mo aten me na se bibie ne yebese adi nkomo bio why
bebe na me de wasem bebe wie no ene wie nyame ayadom eye tag panyi ba ko a owo kumase
okay
property and am say the systems and structures are too no nyame ayadom I'm a property electronics. They say Yabella Dana Hamilton and a brand ambassador. Namia don't be dear Coso Jojo, you know, make farmer, the Munia condition, home appliances, property
electronics. Was it from? Was it property electronics?
But
shop D and answer brand name, which is
that be a brand name, no,
brand name, okay. I catch and say on far LPM Metro and Yamo de Roman, right?
And no crack condition, bomb would not be
property electronics.
Right.
What's the electronics?
Property electronics.
Papa, dear.
Papa, or my papa on Papa 1000.
Mr. Mwatini, advocate of Mwatini, your president Matag, Traders Advocacy Group Ghana and Motesi and ADM Como. And you also there's some very interesting insights about
but also already kind of airport and purchases illegally.
Oh,
you know,
airport. Entry point into the country.
Airport and purchases now your problems are as a solve. Airport will be airport. So I just picked information say is it the driver's license I test certificate but it's only be say ba
your mount certificate
it's a certificate for the license I test because almost say it's also a contributory factor to accidents.
Not just say obey your eye test or private.
Exactly.
Like hospital.
Yeah, then
when your certificate
when I heard it, and the sector minister, no, I'm saying, no more engage Ghanaians and the media. Animatic crowds there. They say, no, I'm saying Ghana licenses, international licenses, Ghana licenses, that will be 3 hours.
Oh, sir.
Say, no, because people have testified. But checking from 1 or 2 people to the DVL, yeah. I'm for clarifications in Bra.
So, when your Ghana license now,
the Ghanaian license,
international driving license.
Honorable Siama. Say na mo ye wo honom na mo nka ma yentia.
That's good news.
So, you know these ones baby amoshumbe workshop ama media ba ni abeti. Na ye ma kakra ma ye na afie eno is a problem. You know when I heard it GVL. Buzi abano brofo no. And I'm mean to a ma say and ombe hu dede wazi. But it would be nice if it is true.
True there correct.
So what I say. Baby I mean no. Me feel say na when ni say unya certificate and so they are process lines man. Is it good?
Very good. Na sa uko DVL ya. Who say omuma wo so wani baako.
Na the
letters abobo na yese bobo.
Yeah.
Indi omo de quality omo ye ne nketo ana se wutimi bo ana se wani.
That's wani ni.
Ba so uko hospital there.
Yeah.
Ombe hwe
ni bibia.
We ni bibia.
Okay, so I think it will be good.
Oh, it's good. So ebi mu ho a, wo say omo hu nioma blurry. And also imagine say fog aba u screen nani na wani so ensada anya papa na dey zram na yaje ani so it's good.
Mumbe engage ecosystem any bedroom team na nhwe what really but Ghana licenses na emo say
no credit and asem papa because acquiring international licenses anya easy
Ghana licenses na emo say what to make the American society am I that because very good if that is it.
Oman unim obi say Obi, I bought my box of cheese. I usually buy for 820 Ghana cedis on Monday.
Then cheese.
Okay. Yes, cheese.
Yeah.
On Monday, enrich Monday.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, enroll in the under 3 days. It shot up to 1,970 from 820 to 1,970.
Cheese is a pizza na.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Hey. I say, I know you will not believe this because myself, I didn't believe it. So I had to stop my promo instantly.
Reason being?
And I say, I say a tema from a Lebanese shop. They supply to us directly.
And the reason is that?
Okay. And I say 6 pieces in the box, Sally. It's not easy. Now, man, 820 Ghana cedis. And I shoot about 1,970. I mean, Charlie. That
anyway, prices are shoot you up with Famco, you know. But and yet say quite maybe a kilo is 16, they call 17 cities 50 pesos. Yeah, you know.
Oh, and the Maya
one CD beneath man.
Yeah. Honorable Kojo Bajaman say, Obi, I use my Ghana driver's license to drive in America. Kojo Bajaman, that is no crap. Which is really good.
But DVL from my mind, and then serious. No, a question. Also, who are home to you?
No, DVL, we want to say you have to come and pay.
That's
it. Say the whole world will hear you. Hey, to me, you saw Ghana driver's license, the Chicago, America. I mean, that's some really good stuff.
No, I'm saying, why no DVL on? Why no?
Buzia, Bano.
Honestly, Buzia.
Yeah, friend, BB Buzia.
Or the Buzia.
BB Buzia, I'm going to check my. Also, feel Wenchi. BB Buzia.
But Siajiman Buzia. Okay.
Obi, they should rather do mental examination for some of the drivers. And also, another good point. Because how a driver will be kaka. How a driver will be kaka. It can only be that.
No, Nipa be Rebecca kwa TV. Who had Dominic Mopadia? Say checking a lot of people. No, be said because checking.
No, kaka boko.
No, kaka no.
What was a chum driver?
Let me see.
But I'm say chum by me fee.
Then we go to train.
And a chum airco. And a chum air bar reverse. And I'm say chum. Ya cement blocks be a war. Masa chumba fu no the benu cement blocks.
Now Bakawi. I'm say yeah your papa Dominic what a flower pot na. It did me yeah your baby fear. Me man no go outside do. Because boom gate na to actually be kura. And no man so no. E che Ghana. So I'm the test the body and they will be in there for every village. Because I will tell you about what you see chow. I see chow na uba. Yeah, my brother. Me say yeah yo quality. Yeah yo. When you chura.
Yeah, boo flower pot.
Flower pot be obi a.
The chum who am on. Chum bar reverse blocks I pack you of brain.
Me so because they on drugs. No, you because they on drugs.
How was that? Because truck drivers even taxi phone be. E kwai fin.
Ebi off. Me say.
Ebi call off.
Ebi we say the obi. Wo fa Kumasi Accra with sprinter for na ebi no. What obaba onsem? Obaba onsem. At you look at tracks it means so be 8.
Na oil over.
Na oil over. And then you curve mo. Na oil over. No fast. And omo say omo ye shabo se dey dey masa.
E fe no wanzam.
Na omo tu no and atre no omo so taraso. Saw. Na oh. Masa,
that's a movie.
Na nipa timo. Me dey na emo no. Na nipa tim.
if mental examination here, because unim say.
But the DVLA should confirm for us first.
Yeah.
Whether test na make us a requirement for licenses, no. And how do
Obi say Obi, you can even drive without a license in America until you are caught. The fact is that it is very easy to acquire international driver's permit for 1 year, subject to renewal in America, with your Ghana's driver's license, a picture, and an amount of 60 Ghana cedis. Hey, $60 US.
But still, it's good,
yeah.
But
I when the end contradict it.
Okay.
And I don't know, say Kujo Bajaman also go through this process to acquire an international driver's permit.
It's a Ghana license.
Say Ghana license.
Yeah.
We need clarity on that. Now, Etimiabo. Or say, I was once dropped by the police on N95 from Connecticut to Worcester, and the police demanded my license. I produced my Ghana driver's license and was surprised it produced my biometric.
Whoa.
That was captured in Ghana.
Whoa.
Produced biometrics in now USO.
Now say DVL omo yejum.
In the driver for this top on.
Ya kaka kra ye DVL for no.
Oh yeah, what's on Babetria? The driver for this top on. And omubusa the license. And we in the Ghana driver's police for. And we in the Ghana's driver's license.
No,
US police ne J ya. So omo do omo hia ne identity. It is or the same now biometrics na abeba. They are good to go. And the ma okoi. And that's why I always say, we should take the soft part of our development in this series.
IT.
Some of these things, are the soft part. Honorable Kojo Bajimani, that's papa for all the thoughts. We say, Obi, it's serious. My colleague at the office got her rent ended. Check the rate difference from 800 Ghana cedis to 1,400. We bargained until it got to 1,300 a month. Obi, the driver's license using as international is not true. I verified from a friend who works there. An international license is issued. Please call and verify. Let's be very clear on that. Onassis copy the earlier message in the about say, the driver's license picture any $60. Now the international one. Onassis, thank you. We say, Obi. Okay, as I'm Brown Babin so said, you would need international driver's license. So.
Then the Koyo Badi no the here.
And I don't more confused here say. And I said, Chum, Frekojo ba mame. Frekojo ba jema. Yeah. Frekojo ba mame na omunchemu.
What man for me?
Me patrol man. We say, Obi, my license was valid to rent a car to drive.
Ghana license.
From New York to Washington. And dropped off the car at the airport to fly home. This is just recently.
Wow.
Obi, it is my Ghana's driver's license.
Valid.
Valid. Driving from New York to Washington. And or drop it off a far car they call airport. And or the BFE. Or say my biometrics was on there in the States.
Wow.
Same thing in Dubai. The Ghana license is used there without issues. And where madam for big boy, Panana Kofi appear Asante.
Oh, DVL for them, bra. Jackson, military cemetery na sooner be in parliament,
Yeah.
And what food do? Military for the moment person no.
Oza na say your concentration akọ baby you see Kofi Annan money in
But
they watch hard no what they way come
about when no we come power na me be to moja omoza.
Hofu power.
Efu too much. Military you not get it. Need to catch on call for no quickly. Go out home and see the host here kwabo kama no. Yeah. Anna Ghana Institute of Architects. Almost omumbra bontin emedin komo no mo church no mabim. You know, sometimes Anna is almost bontin as an institution. Number church no mabim omo afon dey no sit on no challenges. You know, because on this matter of cathedral no, still the question is Ghana Institute of Architects no, couldn't they have saved the situation?
They bidding for
it
was not even an open tender, was it?
But no, I said sad bits no. Man be church mu say bia ye qualified. You need that, you do that standard no. Maybe I say ye copy me and maybe I say we need to understand all the no be. Ebi was say local guys we say it me empower no.
We have to. We have to.
So I say, maybe bia na bribia da no. Ebekwa akosra nipa akofa ne omafira mo no ne abetena so sa. Sometimes the people who are sweating in the country, they should get certain benefits.
But the other
it's
thing
important.
is, so they say, Nipano might be practicing Ewamanone for a long time, but we're being incorporated company in Ghana. How do you classify that person?
Well,
and I think that's where those
those things will help us.
Yeah.
Omo no mo de nchire mu brebre ya ni nyina ebe boa yi ami etime wo de nyoma eti
ye nipa kojo badge man aba ahoma ne so in the mayenje clarity on what actually happened
ono so you start it no say you know
you start no you start and show no na say
we man say there be ICT no the S-like rounds no
no ICT
I am so grateful to them because you start e ko sha say wa hafo and ICT so no
you start ne ko sha say wa hafo
yeah hafo omo sha say wa hafo kama yeah omo akọ di djuma soronko pa wonum ana ICTs who can say Esla far Bono East. Only Kojoba Echo. I'm say Hokano girls in ICT.
Yeah, girls in ICT.
Girl being there or man cransos or infos or no born no more than power. It's me do massive for also remembering us at
that's good.
Yeah.
My meaning
Shaggy.
Waba.
Shaggy, yeah, Shaggy.
Ah, Shaggy, where my name Hey. Honorable Kojo Bajiman, na bibia boko there.
Elder Obi.
Aha.
Nyamiado. Bibia was.
Yada nyamiase. Yada na enti wo Ghana driver's license no. What is the story? Utimi yusu wo. US.
Obi Machia sem atifu. Na kwa kasa na about girls in the ICT program. Yeah. Yeah, there Ashita Ghana, you know. Because you call Bono East. Now make a check up and I say, you Bono. Then I say, I and the Moja have now more have to check up and I say, I have for next stop. It is, you invite me some black when to me.
Okay.
On my head, Juma, your ministry, yeah, they poor and ma with digitization and ICT development in the youth. Na about the driver's license, as I'm saying. Obi on say Obi a me crash something to me. That day I was so surprised. When I met say digitization at Ghana, you see airport. Enti mama na embrace na we are turning into a global village. No, you embrace the new so fast. That was the very day. Me say no. This biometric, you take it, and the new world order. Say you digitize your video. And my area say I am back. I was driving from Connecticut. Now me call Worcester. And now the N95, no, the speed limit here 65.
65, okay.
Yeah, it me quite me name me man. It me like nobody can have. Police beat the machine for about 1 kilometer. The year China or ball the siren is that I should pull up. One of my bad is that you me pull over and a police nearby. And Joe Biden over car paper and I'm the man. And the driver's license, and I'm the driver's license, man.
Ghana, Diano.
Ghana driver's license.
Okay.
Me the man na call the car. Well, by now Wapuli statement. A printout, which gives indication of naming details on the passport and the details of the car. And I was so surprised because. Meaning that your license is not limited to Ghana. It's me back Ghana. No, me call driver's license now. People say, "Okay, you know what is that?" Now your license not say doable. You must say yes, biometric is not. Now it's captured on the international data. The unama okay say bia identity in Ghana happen. But obi me have experienced it. And yana. Now to say about international driver license, and also
okay,
an option you may choose. Maybe you're not willing, and Maybe I don't know. Meaning say.
In the statement now, police need generate, you know. Who a copy of that statement?
Oh, Major America.
Okay.
I would have shown it to you. And I was surprised that the data actually do that level. Yeah, a woman said, no, because of biometrics and data capturing that demo. Don't think that it's limited to enclave or you are being captured on an international platform.
Okay. Honorable, that's for that clarity. Inti Bibiani e besan so ba bidin komo bio. And I was say Obama din komo about the Accra Digital Center. So why?
Yeah, na say Accra Digital Center, Ghana Digital Center Limited.
Yeah, Ghana Digital Centers Limited.
Why this transformation and this I think that at the appropriate time we will come and discuss.
Mate.
Enye din sisa and chere say wo bo homodi. He needs to change the place, turn it round. Nye say obeye Ghana Digital and chere say wakọ nanim. Ese say o chere say o ye adwuma. Nye changing of the names.
Na nya wona so o mo de bibia kwa halfway.
But dem count ase. Me say nye din sisa.
No,
this is the other day. This is doesn't change anything. I'm saying that or one modern by correct say I say BNI baby. Unyuma never Ghana Digital and Accra Digital. You know is in Ghana.
My problem say Emre my pani say ye be Ghana say ye digital hub for West Africa. Ye shall and kind. And the Accra Digital Center. Minuka says there were regional resource centers across the country. Here, our pretty now digitalization, normal skills development, and for digital employment that you're creating for the youth, and but it will be
across the country. Very well.
That's a Ghana Digital Center.
Very well.
Initially, it was limited to Accra. But there's a Okotunania, Ebi or Kumasi, Ebi or Kofodi, Ebi or Ho, Ebi or Tamale, Ebi or Wabi. We are going to pack them up.
But open time to educate us there. On better time, number. Man take advantage of licenses, no so Ghana Digital. Man take that advantage.
Honorable Yedasi. Timieni Ghana Digital.
Why? Pabna, Ama Manuel did that digital near Tennessee. Many double a dinkomo, but because this year and I year
5 years. Good.
It is Yadona.
Very well. Yeah, that's a pa. Honorable Kojo Bajiman, CEO Ghana Digital Centers.
Mini papa na ono. Hame pao.
But my yama yenu yakwaba. Ghana for more France, especially more Paris. Mutie kusi Saint Pass. We know you do. At least. Yenimunso said there are 2 stations. Ewo Paria Omofa Ekosi saying live. Ain't station back is it Power GH? Oh, back on here. Power Radio. Ain't yenya back on Ghana near.
Yeah, Obi. Let me say take us any mention when problem. Bonjour,
monsieur.
Ah, ça va.
Ça va très bien, vous?
Ah, ok, c'est one de Okaka so. Eh, Obi koye mi on Paris o. Na Obi di me communica. So use color price say let them say Obi we dey obu. We dey wan kan your money be say na dey call. Oh, no, but my meaning what dance Ghana for mutie and more France now. I think that Ghana for more kontum bi no omo modern year, you know. And kwan so omofa so agi Ghana force ye ba wa e chire the sisi any the kwanse no, you know. It's so nice. Papa ide na me anim ni what now over 30 years and 20 years 20 years, right? Yeah, you know. And omokasa so changes isi ana so kasa
oka French
and oka akankasa na obedwa ese always ampa ba ne service to humanity nye nko Ghana for eba ho nyina di adanse nti enye wonwa se wabeto aye wa ha na yenso ye bo na baso for the kind of image in Saudi Ghana or France, you know. It's so beautiful. So we got to Ghana nipa o twishen na odi ahoho ne atitiu ni ayifo kobana o sa ton Ghana o tran the kema amachi de ni Tommy Reid ni Daddy Lumba mo say you are careful within a few minutes I say Paris yeah so great guy on in your dance dance your friend Ike baby and they also didn't wakoka Jumedi Sunku bi a eba so wo Paris.
Ghana Music Awards France, right?
Ghana Music.
Eba so Toulouse. Or men Toulouse.
Toulouse yanko da na. Yanko.
Very, very nice.
Okay. Anti almost eba so that mean 23rd July.
23rd July.
23rd July. Yeah.
3rd July.
23rd
July.
23rd July.
Ghana Music Awards France.
Okay,
Eba so Toulouse.
Ofuran ponsa je double ambule ni PSC.
Famille PSC star. Hey, Camido ni Kobi. Is he a man of the moment too?
Oh no, to the
Pongwaso.
Maybe na Judaza. Ingana zimbana yinde bozo. Ingamazo so ntera. Insanto. Hasampo janga zingaya. Iwana basuta puta ya.
Bagay na edeniko.
Akwaro de ko na obi na me tise minim tise no na abana. Me ko na me magelsi omo de sound sin the formation that's an almost so me to me gina mu na me furu we me to from pa na me si from ga I was a bit given them for Davy. What me come match this na Ghana France is saying
But your France boko.
Bibia come. It is dia na moti wo how buy office changes dia na moti about Ghana ho. Mo an say mam titi wo bi ni de wen.
The Tifa Ghana. Okay, the Tifa Ghana at this moment bad heat. Because we can't heat as well.
Pressure system.
And then me buy grab me share that me buy me some fro private car.
Yeah. To tro now. Who tie the echo? Ni tie nkomo no mzen.
Nkomo no
anoshi
almost 99%.
Woo.
Obiasa system no my she.
Oh, me call I think source. Asaman
yeah.
Eastern region.
Yeah.
And I remember me far inti kan mo bie kan e mo ye den ye hu ne ekoso I me try say ja me ko kan say oh ade papa bi apiem
come we o nam
me ho kire me o mo
wow, Shaggy. Oh, yeah. No, but it is here no because Ebia say be 2 months ago in Paris, right? And
it's getting 2 months. It's getting to 2 months. It's getting to 2 months. It's getting to 2 months. Yeah.
Bibia sesa is it a house heat wo musa like Oshe Nioma bo anywhere at saying
oh yes heat room
Paris
also Paris was a mobile na say ya to presidential maybe it's not car legislative MPC
yeah
president no also no wenya ye ho ye frɛ no majority absolute
absolute majority
so unya no ana in terms of any
what the bills called parliament and the street
omanya the opposition he crowd omo kra ye ntwen omo say we mu de omo ntimi ma no
Marie Le Pen
we twa almost 50 seats
wow
almost 50 to 80 seats
Emmanuel Macron as well
very good and for left for no so nya plan in term to omo nyina kan ho bom e be say left in your war I'm from say communists for no and your war ecologists for the omo nyina kan ho bom they from NUP as a NUPES very good
it almost what me anya seat ni bi
omo the main opposition at this time of the moment
and Macron as one say now in the second term media
Ejao because system no mai aye
most system mai she
abadro ya tra ai 2 euros per liter
2 euros
calculate say ubu me ka say me ba me ko fele me tank 100 euros
hey
yes
100 euro no ye bagana euro no
almost 8 million
800
yes indeed
900 cities
okay we now feel
you know the tina mo hey 900 cities
and no cause anybody
oh yes
then when you get back in here saying e be 2.5
hey
anybody
1.7 and you said that enye
900 Ghana cities
oh yes now was it
feel that car
yeah na esesa kakra
and o ma say o dey there na say o ko be you know
and then no 900 and then me come back Hey.
Baby, I hot, but the difference is, I hot crana at least.
About to so
baby.
Yeah, oh baby, that's the difference.
Is here no why obey in the first year on best on the banner. Say because on resume, I think July. John resume first year or the 2 tables just say or so or mum be na sene. Now if you increase retirement. I'm friend, even or pension, very good pension or 2 months or magatuum and single mothers. Okay, and gender.
Yeah, and it's a safety net, no, they be
very good. That's the difference.
That's really the difference. But I was also no say ubetimi a lot of those things now. I was say local revenue mobilization, no, we've allowed loopholes to my disike. I was say bano. Bebre na nyu kwa amanfo botom in your mining to me nya bebre mfa nye
and I think almost a bit of discipline and reasonable honesty so discipline drive basa
it's the discipline what was you do enemy who say hey say no mo so wo kada ibi but who say it's very well regulated,
very regulated,
you know I'm dressing even the kind of motors I will be used to there you know inti
what will you wish say all France and Ghana be implementing
near Ghana be implement me no that's there be because a tax way no net no is and there is a lot of we can say amount from year juma they don't pay tax it be say machines from brains you register those jobs
no much as in theater
single person be our year in the be you register that's how music they don't have any resources apart from say and some
dreams
and those things almost friends each other anyway be
natural resources be
the one no money music free nti so person who's I think say me name
kakran so a omo gi free omo colonies in Africa and the omo gi omo pa omo need resources by extension omo bebre Africa it's another conversation about me ago the French colonial part
yes I know France safe no
absolutely
because no more nature
yes
and no munya
they control the economies of the colonies in Africa a conversation for another day.
Yes and you know me I think if say media because if you want to send go to because your first system no and to fem near revenue how will you pay the
you cannot do a lot of the things
no
because on my buy you can the railway system
the railway system there
and me say BB where was he implemented
the railway
from
system
area it's the railway it's so beautiful it's just too beautiful I mean and even how rail coaches nankasa it's aeroplane
very beautiful
you know that's the organization and now omo yi site here me no di hu nkomo baby omo waste disposal site
disposal
kakakai oba angan le ben
Aubervilliers déchetterie
madame but we be the question of French no more response we gaga angan le ben the be
angan le ben
because say na obakoda ben do obakoda so so to French say me mo wana obekoda be men nwini obekoda ben o ti ada babu na be ja ona me ko du vaser et le tout près et le play boro oui obekoda be china
ba shagi there so about we are so happy to see you I mean that was here and you really helped us there your last visit into here that's a pa o konso a echia so wonyanko you be wa haka ya na fly out wow look why echia we
former chairman and I knew about on the car French say the arrest what to say
and who saying say we adwuma na o salary bar percentage saying the coin to taxes
almost okay almost I would say by 5 to 3%.
5 to 3%
yes,
of total revenues, no, according to taxes.
And the must buy out.
Now, apart from national government taxes, no, more your friend is saying,
taxes and
that be a share in UK, maybe I'll be to your council.
Property as a phone,
yes,
and to locality, no,
yes,
and can your friend say a call, baby, mo district assembly e ho de no o de ekwa ye hu mo district assembly
but you say hotel
à la mairie
no anya à la mairie l'hôtel
No, it's a hotel.
Hotel du Ville.
Yeah, hotel. Yeah.
Eh, the same thing. C'est pareil.
Okay.
La mairie.
Okay.
And I say Hotel du Ville.
Hotel du Ville. Good,
Hotel
good,
du Ville.
In the no mutua taxes ma Hotel du Ville.
Yes, any comment baby a otibia.
Okay.
Because baby a memeti Sanjen Vie.
Yeah.
Sanjen Vie no me tua me taxes. Bia me ye fen déchet. Mo dey am say waste.
Yeah, waste. Okay.
Waste
Sanitation
tax.
tax.
Masase no baby am dey me dice.
Yeah. Ubetua.
Asana
Every month.
Every month.
Sanitation.
Yeah, year.
It's
me no my installment.
Okay.
Sana be ya enye
kese.
And you try every month be.
It is sanitation.
Yes.
Sanitation.
Assassin a dynasty.
Yes.
What toy we na wasi would
every
month we tua bi
Me
you.
tiano.
O man what?
And if no tax foncier.
Tax.
Foncier.
Foncier.
Tax foncier.
Obi to bad I think so ni madie na we bi.
And na property na we tua property in so tax like a dining casa so.
And no na you find tax habitation.
Habitation.
And you know na President Macron buy no. O ka so be year free.
Oh, okay.
And you know share omo income no offend.
Depend on the income no.
First no fan say na me tua every year bia na me tua getting to 600 to 700. I was say me tua less than 200.
Less than 200.
Just what?
So
and no na man font there say there be o ka say discussion man for botomo.
Nkofo ntia.
Because that tax habitation no ko ano your area bi o no mo a omu ni any development. But I say but no mu tua e bi tua be 800 900 1000 but you see actually nyina. Yeah. So every year now 1,000 to 800 year every 1 month.
It's a big deal.
But so still the French one only different.
Yeah.
So said almost enough.
Enough.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
It's a really big deal. It's kwa woni nyame nko.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
20 years in France.
Yeah.
That's now 14 years.
Yes, getting to 15.
Getting to 15. Wow.
So chia France for no French ka se bu na ke kan.
Ghana for ye wo yiti nti omo a pesa wo chia o na efie nso abusuafo wo fie a pesa wo chia o.
Okay. Nti me start
hwie no we are na waka French no.
Me chia me nuanom nyina ne mabusuafo nyina. Omo dɔso. Nti ka se me bodin a I had bet. Me ti ma bɔ me ma me din. E fe no edua be na etwi.
O ma me din.
Me ma me ankasa no. Nti ono ne e fe no ma me Grace. But nam se 0 city nti no ha. Mo nya fe edua be na etwi. Me ma me ya. Ono na enam no so na ye nyina ekopie ho. Ono edika koye.
Through one person. And I know so one discussion was say yeah.
Yes. That okay,
through one person or the abusuafo 50 eco France.
Yes, I say ya kwa o marko.
E bia ko wo any ade.
Ye nyina kabo mo ya.
Mo ye be 50.
So she has done well.
And it's a conversation we need to have.
Oh yeah, that's a rare impact because me family na your fam. Tell us any of them. But true or no,
nipa ba ko we change family
very good.
And
your friend inkoso him mama yaya. Sa no anachoa. Tom fen yaya, the be fen nantwe yaya because now one no yen and she has done very well. Onyamisha na me call for me senior brother Osofo, me Opo, me Edimofi, me Ajedu and those Obaya and all of them. Me chia obia na me now for dance so boss lady.
Radio station na wo yaka power radio GH back when you call
Quentin Asida na se
no Adamfopa
radio Paris yeah we also fake ko see say ndio mu tie ya munyina papa nyame instramo enti ebia 30 seconds French na say fatia Ghana for etie wo Paris.
OK. Je dis bonjour à tout le monde, à tous mes amis et puis toute ma famille. Comment dire ça, tous les gens qui vivent en France.
Ouais.
Et comment dire déjà là en France?
No, Shaggy, we are true.
My brother, me chill of your France brutal. Oh, can't let me change it.
No, Shaggy.
Go brio be this and also see. Shaggy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, Obizemi Musa said France minimum wage near saying.
1,300 and something.
Euros.
Yes.
Every month. At the end of the month. 1,300 and something. And below that,
yes. We deal with inflations. The inflation, no, yesterday, I say minimum wage automatically, no, or more readjusting. And you ain't saying I'm readjusting.
Mommy. See, not just say That's a minimum wage, yeah, 7,000 plus.
Oh yes.
7,000 Ghana cedis plus. You cannot pay anybody below that.
No.
Say again. 8,285.
Yeah, that's
You can't pay anybody below that a month. And found only a Juma away.
I feel I want to Juma away, and they work, let's say, 35 hours per week.
Remember, mass exodus in Copper. Or Denmark, MSC Koba. Some Madame Via Macajo, or teacher is in Ghana.
Yeah.
Ubisico on Origin Busumi $250, $220 a month. You know, so you can imagine Ghana. You know, but we'll be almost bros our powers all kinds of
But the charges, you see the charges. So you or no minimum Franzibia 1,300 and something. Or which you are doing 500 and something. You pay, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rent boarding.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And yeah, government you got government that you crown. You want to your say, dear no. Now you offer them. Will be 3 hours, 4 hours and those guys. Almost the way of the government and the boy. To be obit you let's say 200 and something. Like my mother or no or the retirement or you will be apart from the retirement almost 800 and something.
Euros.
And you no say no. Government buana my see Uchiana Danka about 200 and something. Yes.
Not just as you see the 1,300 and something. You have say what the on the last line, OJ minimum wage. Now 1,350 a month. That's a 500 they're going to rent.
Oh, yes.
Now I can't say no. That's a cow be 800.
Yeah. That's all the managing system.
Now bills and so.
Bills and my.
It will be on Hana Kabe 250.
No, not Kabe 250 an hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Emotion.
Oh yes.
Emotion.
Say yeah, compare then no. We have to
The whole family minimum wage, it might be misleading.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Fly back nice.
Madam once me dey say that PCA Emma
Obi.
Any on my here. Say moya mementos.
Every you should we too much. No be a tell came or say, "Hey, me give you some money to the table." Oh, we too much.
I'm very happy. Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Down so sir, Obi, I'm enjoying your interview. Fantastic discussion. Down so it's
Oh, Baba Dabe was oh Debbie. Mami be 25 bin kan
25 years.
Why did that? That's one we check.
That's all crown in Yamenko. Let me deal with the statement from Jubilee House anyway. And Sana, sorry. Ekosi essentially higher Sempa 94.7 FM. It may be first, we would have to start with the poster. The Honorable Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa elicit that response into, and maybe after that, we can then read the statement from the Jubilee House. Nafi, etimi atwa. So you could see saying suni a higher sempa 94.7 FM. Ma yanshenti around and run is also post now 17 hours ago. Or say incorrigible President Akufo-Addo has done it again. And incorrigible, no just say incorrigible President Akufo-Addo has done it again. After pretending he was a changed man by flying commercial on his last 2 trips to the US and the UK, he has returned to his grossly insensitive and reckless ways of profligate traveling in ultra-luxurious charters. Probably thinking he would escape our unimpeachable surveillance if he switched companies, President Akufo-Addo on this occasion decided to abandon his favorite LX deal operated by Global Jet Luxembourg and opted for German-based private operator K5 Aviation. Okay. K5 Aviation has been licensed to operate their luxury fleet by the German National Aviation Authority since June 2011. As usual, President Akufo-Addo ordered their top-of-the-range and most expensive aircraft in their collection. And or the aircraft no name no ABBA. Or the serial number, but type code ni BBA.
But this one is not good.
Okay, maybe I'm also some I kind way because before saying Nebeka, I was see a kind Eugene statement, not what react in the fan one by one. Man in train. Honorable Okuya to Ablakwa.
Hello.
Honorable Otemenka.
Yeah, Obi Meteoka.
Fantastic.
Good
Fantastic.
Afternoon.
Inti jina so na my mame be to me be say me kan Eugene his statement here we are then we come to you na ya your reactions. Why?
No problem.
Fantastic.
No problem.
Fantastic. Inti Oman on the Honorable Okuya Ablakwa post and run out to us say being a more expensive luxury carrier, its oligarchic features include and also say new jet now president Aquarent no and the features include master bedroom with double bed and connecting bathroom with shower, 2 additional bedrooms, 3 washrooms, master bathroom with walk-in shower, air humidification system.
Strong fan chim brother with you. That bro fuck is your
Okay.
What I call
Maybe my young can use.
I don't want to change because Eugene
We don't want to
response.
train. Maybe young quote Eugene the end of nothing. Young twice we could see saying so higher Sempa FM.
Air dehumidification.
Yeah, I was say air humidification.
Humidification.
Yes.
That's
not which the English.
No, just humidification.
In the statement, it says, response to Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa's claims on President Akufo-Addo's trip to Belgium and Rwanda. My attention has been drawn to a Facebook post by Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Member of Parliament for North Tongue, stating categorically that for President Akufo-Addo's current trip to Belgium and Rwanda, beginning Sunday, the 19th of June 2022, to attend the 15th edition of the European Development Days Forum in Brussels, Belgium, and the 26th meeting of the Heads of State of Government of the Commonwealth of Nations in Kigali, Rwanda, we can confirm a conservative bail of 480,000 euros. According to Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, the President's trips to Belgium and subsequently to Rwanda were aboard an Airbus ACJ 319 registered D. Alex. He further adds that the 480,000 euros, which is derived from 21 hours of total flight time, plus other industry charges, works out to some 4.1 million Ghana cedis at the current exchange rate. These claims by the North Tongue MP are not accurate, and as a member of Parliament, I was hoping he would have been factual and truthful in his claims, and resisted the urge to engage in propaganda. The fact of the matter are as follows. President Akufo-Addo left Ghana on Sunday, 19th June 2022, to attend the 15th edition of the European Development Days Forum in Brussels, Belgium. It is public knowledge that President Akufo-Addo did not travel to Belgium aboard a chartered Airbus ACJ 319, as is being claimed by the North Tongue MP. The President traveled to Belgium on board an Air France commercial flight AF 0584, which departed Accra on Sunday at 7:20 p.m., made a stopover in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, and then continued to Paris. In fact, all of President Akufo-Addo's 12-member delegation traveled commercial. Upon arrival in Paris, President Akufo-Addo and his delegation traveled via train to Brussels to attend the European Development Days event, where on Tuesday, 21st June 2022, he was a keynote speaker, and later held meetings with the President of the European Investment Bank on 2 key subject areas: the financial assistance to Ghana for the Development Bank Ghana and for the construction of a vaccine manufacturing plant in Ghana. He also held a meeting with His Excellency Charles Michel, President of the European Council, on matters of mutual interest, especially the ongoing terrorist activities in the Sahel. Indeed, prior to the President's departure from Accra to Brussels on Sunday, 19th June, Ghana's mission in Brussels had sent notice of an impending strike in the aviation sector in Belgium to the Presidency and to the Foreign Ministry. Indeed, on 17th June, unionized Brussels airline workers, including pilot and crew, had announced their decision to embark on a strike beginning Thursday 23rd June to Saturday 25th June. This was going to result in the cancellation of over 300 flights, including those from Brussels to Kigali. In furtherance of this, Belgium's largest airport, Brussels Airport, was compelled to cancel all outgoing flights on Monday 20th June, the day President Akufo-Addo arrived in Brussels, because employees at the airport had joined in an aviation sector strike. With the presidency having been given prior information regarding the strike action before the president's trip to Brussels, the option to travel using a direct commercial flight from Brussels to Kigali was not available. Thus, the decision was taken to charter a flight for President Akufo-Addo and his entourage to make the 8-hour and 40-minute flight from Brussels to Kigali on Wednesday, 22nd June. This was done to ensure that the president made it to Kigali on time to participate in the groundbreaking ceremony on Thursday, 23rd June, for commencement of work on the Pan-African vaccine manufacturing project involving Ghana, Rwanda, Senegal, and BioNTech SE, the German biotechnology company, as well as attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, which also is being held in Kigali, Rwanda. I do not think the Member of Parliament for North Tongue is suggesting in any shape or form that the President, in view of these challenges in Brussels and also in view of the President's security, should have traveled from Brussels to Amsterdam or London, for example, in the forlorn hope of trying to get a flight to Rwanda. Indeed, travel to Kigali for the Commonwealth meeting has been problematic, resulting in Rwanda Air, the national airline of Rwanda, for example, organizing a special flight to convey Commonwealth High Commissioners from London to Kigali to enable them participate in the summit. The First Lady arrived in Kigali on Wednesday, 22nd June, using the presidential jet, because the plan has always been that the president and some members of his delegation, together with the First Lady, will use the presidential jet to make the 4-hour, 45-minute return flight from Kigali to Accra on Saturday, 25th June 2022. Indeed, for trips within Africa and for trips that do not last for more than 6 hours, the president continues to use the presidential jet for those trips. One such trip to be undertaken by the president where the presidential jet is to be used will be on Sunday, 26th June, where he will travel to Lisbon, Portugal, to attend the 2022 UN Ocean Conference and return home on Wednesday, 29th June. Signed, Eugene, Director of Communications, Office of the President. Honorable Samuel Okuyeto Ablakwa, this statement, detailed enough. Or initial reactions, me pacho.
Na minchi tie fo na member mo abaso ejuma pa moya. Initial reaction.
Asempa FM.
Very worthless statement. Anka buying presidency and issue statement where anka ebebo omo.
Really? Despite all the details provided?
Details. Over elaboration, belaboring, illogicality. That's what we see. Statement way, and then aribate. What kind of statement na revelations na be de toja? Make I say President Akufo-Addo was saying ayebium. Obstinately and incorrigibly, he has chartered another luxury, ultra luxury jet. That is the crux of the matter, which they have confirmed. They will issue statement to confirm what I have put out without providing us the real answers to the questions Ghanaians have been asking. Eddie Kine, Adentina, President Akufo-Addo nunkwa or refuse it or what decided say on use it, the presidential jet to European destinations. In any case, this is the first time, and I think the pressure we are mounting is yielding results. Okay, in the last line of the statement, this is the first time Omoka say Omobe use the presidential jet to Lisbon, to Portugal.
Because it is less than 6 hours. Almost say a 6 hours flight. The president has decided to use the presidential jet, and he's been doing
Obi,
that. Yes.
You have been in Ghana. What were they saying to rationalize what was going on? Didn't they tell us they have been advised by experts? And we've been asking in Parliament more than a year, who are those experts? What exactly is the advice? Let's see the evidence of the advice. Once they consistently said, sir, the presidential jet is only fit for intra-Africa travel.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not what you have heard? I have been on programs with the key communicators, all of them. They keep quoting some anonymous experts.
FM.
Because I haven't seen any communication from the Ghana Air Force, from the communication squadron, those who are in charge of your presidential fleet. Now, so MPP communicators have consistently said, sir, the advice from these, their, shadowy experts is that the president should not fly the jet out of Africa. Now the pressure is yielding results because I have tracked trips to Europe that are shorter in distance than what the president is what has now been advertised. That's number one. Number two, the second point is that Ghanaians have been asking for the cost of these trips. So number one is, why are you not using the presidential jet? No convincing reason has been provided so far. Number two, cost of these travels. We have done our analysis. We Osha Ejumana Yaye Yane companies, no, ya track we communicate with them, we get the rates, and this really public. Obi abe to me send you more email, say charter. Once you know what aircraft you want to charter, they are in business. I mean, they want to make money. They would respond, and you will get to know the hour rate. And this statement does not address the fact, sir. The Ghanaian people want to know the cost. It doesn't put out that cost. Number three.
It addresses the fact, Sami, the figure you put out in your post of 480,000 euros, no, is an untruth. And no correct. Because almost say President no
Obi, you are a very serious journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Ansana Obeka said Bibia Obiaka enya no kreno. You must present counterfacts. Do you see that in the statement?
No, that is not in there. But I must say 8 hours spent on you chartered flight and yet 21 hours as you alluded to.
Look, Minia, the ignorance is shocking. It's shocking. Look, I am embarrassed. Omo understanding the industry and the international community when they see such a statement from no mean a place where free ABR may not turn district assembly, the presidency of Ghana, and they issue such a statement. When you charter aircraft, when you are chartering an aircraft way, free is the ACJ 319 registered D Alex. The operators, K5 Aviation, they are based in Germany. Which charter aircraft hours no, calculated from baby or free about foul into Germany to Belgium. Me track here 1 hour 90 minutes. That's what the aircraft used. 1 hour 90 minutes. I call Lande or Brussels. Waited another 1 hour, and then they boarded and departed Brussels to Kigali. 8 hours 40 minutes. Omoko drew Kigali. There was a 5-hour layover because the crew must rest. All of this, you pay for it. They calculate it. Then, when you charter an aircraft, what Eugene Ahin thinks he can hide. And he said, after you have been dropped, when you have disembarked, aircraft, that's not where they operate from. That's not where they live. When you're passenger aircraft and you're trotro, they must go back to base. Into another 8 hours Me tracking, going back from Kigali to Germany or base or maybe a K5 aviation or more. It was 8 hours 50 minutes. You pay for it. You pay for it because it's not what is called a one leg or a deadhead charter. No. If you are able to arrange with other people, sir, may charter, Befame or Accra, may call London. But me to me arrange it with some third parties. Me rare Obi Betuaso from London. Then no, that's what is called a deadhead. This was not a deadhead charter. Into or more fly back to base empty no. Ube Tiaka. Into 21 hours now, maybe 2 Jano. I have even been generous. And you see the reason why since we started this crusade more than a year now, or meant to me more opportunity for Parliament, Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of National Security, all those ministers, and to me, and responded to the issue of cost. And they say, we always beat it down. We provide the lowest, the most conservative. Until 480,000 euros now, Yedia to Janominia, is the lowest. It cannot be lower than this. And I know it is higher. That's why they cannot talk about the cost. But 21 hours, no. Look, yes. In aviation, we charter aircraft. You don't just, it's so ridiculous. You don't just pay for, Wababe Fami, 8 hours, 40 minutes. That's all. That's what you pay for. Mumbeji Musika, 8 hours, 40 minutes. It's a joke. That doesn't happen. It's a Eugene Ahen should be educated. If he's not the one involved and is not the one chartering, he should go and seek advice on friendly colleagues within the national security or whoever is the broker. Or more charter aircraft with. That's not how it works. You pay for every hour from their base in Germany to Brussels. You pay for it. From Brussels to Kigali, you pay. Or more returning empty, you will pay for it. The layover period, you pay for it. And then there are other industry charges, handling charges, landing charges, parking charges. Please. Look, let's stop visiting this ignorance on Ghanaians. 21-hour analysis now, it's very, very generous. I even reduced, actually, no, it was supposed to be 27 hours. But what we have decided to, because the M-Pesa will put any figure and then they'll get the opportunity to come and say, why exaggerated? He has inflated the figure. But this is it. We don't want to give them that opportunity. Please, you should stop the ignorance.
Okay, Sammy, the other thing is, were you aware from what checks, time and President A free her across Brussels, no, or the Air France Anna Ekoye flying through Agadugu to Paris and offer train from Paris to Brussels? Did you have that information?
I knew all that. I knew Ubekaya Obi. It's not the first time ma condemn the president's meet me there, what I call a meet me there arrangement. This is not the first time. It's not the first time this meet me there. Ubekaya or called this North Carolina program Bishop T.D. Jakes the invitation. No. He did a meet me there. Flew on United Airlines from Accra. Now so offer Global Jet Luxembourg for the operators of LXDIO, so Omunshian or Washington. And then the chartered arrangement began from Washington to North Carolina, then North Carolina to London.
Okay, you left.
It's not the first. And okay. You see, let's stop this attempt to, as it were. Look, what the Ghanaian people are interested in is that what promises will be protecting the public purse. You have a presidential jet you can use, which can go to all these destinations. Look, less fortunate presidents with even older jets, inferior jets, like the Namibian president, who has an inferior Falcon 700, more modern 900 EXE, an extended range aircraft. All those destinations, your aircraft will be to meet the Wako. Indiana may bore beautiful Mama Rebecca Abaso, because if what MP communicators say, you even think your presidential jet is not safe. It's become some flying coffin.
No, but Mama Rebecca, the other day within Africa, and it's consistent with what government communicators have been saying.
Have you checked the distance? Check the distance
from Accra to Kigali.
Me track here. She spent 4 hours 49 minutes
Yeah, it's less than 6 hours, as the statement says.
Oh, please forget
less
about
than
that
6 in
statement.
Kwadia.
They are always shifting the goalposts. Say the Ombe to Miyako Europe. Say it there. I mean, look, the Falcon flies 9 hours non-stop. President Mahama I use the Falcon from Accra to Stockholm, 8 hours non-stop. You can check the record. The Falcon, 2,800. You just assess it. It's an extended range aircraft. It's a long range aircraft. You could have used it. And look, this presidential jet could have flown the president comfortably to Brussels. On his way to Kigali, he could have just done a non-stop, because you can fly 9 hours, or if you like, you can do a detour to Accra, pick your beautiful dear wife, and then proceed to Kigali. You save money. We will not be spending over 4 million Ghana cedis. Look, what is going on is unconscionable. It's reckless. It's wicked. It's cruel. You don't do that.
Let me ask one or two questions. Number one, they say in putting together post now share Enrano, was it on purpose? The fact that President the Air France they call Brussels and train to Paris and train to Brussels do Uyi free post name?
Yes, because that is not that is not news. No, and it's not news. My focus, as you are aware, has always been about the chartered arrangement.
The chartered arrangement. Okay.
Yes, because that's where the wastage, the gross financial loss. That's where it occurs. I mean, what fly commercial? And remember, sir, I have commended the president earlier for flying commercial after a year of this campaign, or two coin commercial to Dubai. Ubekaya, I issued a statement commending. Until that point has been made, there was no need. That would not have been news. If I had posted that, he went to France commercially, it wouldn't be news.
Yeah, no, because from Air France to Paris, train to Brussels, and the statement tells us, aviation sector strike akoso ewo Brussels. Flights were cancelled. Under the circumstance, what were you expecting the president and his team to do? Not Omunya Day to get to Kigali.
You see the level of ridiculousness. Look, this strike was persisting when you were traveling.
Semper FM.
Wo kono, Hollande or Paris, and you continue to Brussels by train. There is a strike in Brussels.
Yes.
What stops is an air strike. Train has not been affected. What stops you from going back? And train travel in Europe is very comfortable, very, very secure. Sometimes even more comfortable than air travel. What stopped you from going out the same way you came in? I mean, it doesn't make sense. There's no logic. You fly back to Paris. There are connecting flights. You can fly from Paris to Kigali. I mean, what's all these cock and bull stories? Look, they should credit the Ghanaian people with some modicum of intelligence, some discernment, kakrebi. What they are doing is, look, they are only making us more livid. There can be no just internal in their statements. See how they are hedging. They can't tell us the cost per hour. Because Omunim said, if they confirm the 20,000 euros, which is the case, it cannot be lower than this. The outrage, the opprobrium, they will meet. I mean, let's stop these things. When President Akufo-Addo was campaigning, Eugene said, on the Oba, President Akufo Jetawa order is not fit for his status. He wants to shower in the skies. He wants a PlayStation or a cinema room or a master bedrooms. And this aircraft had even 3 bedrooms. I wonder what they were doing with all those bedrooms. Do you think the Ghanaian people will have voted for him if he said, say, he won't use the presidential jet? He was voted for because he said he will be frugal. He will protect the public purse. And see, and these 3 pages of really nothingness. 3 pages. And all you are doing is just confirming the fact that you have gone to charter. And you see, what is even so annoying is there is a consistent pattern. Anytime there are mobile freight companies, no some person charter no. they go for their most expensive, their showpiece aircraft. Omofre Aviation Acropolis in Farnborough, UK. They chartered the ACJ 320 Neo. Most expensive in their fleet. You can go on their website. Listeners can go on their website. Omofre Global Jet Luxembourg. They opted for their most expensive, the LXDIO. It's the first aircraft you see on their website. The showpiece. Is the less used because many people cannot afford it. It's the Arabian kings more this oil moguls more. They are able to afford it. Only them. When he contacted K5 Aviation in Germany, their most expensive aircraft in the fleet, Enona or Oda. Look, Anka Oko Oda, Ebia Vista B and some simple Bombardier B, which is also fairly comfortable, but Ebia 5,000 euros, 4,000 euros. I mean, even though there is no justification for not using the presidential jet, at least we will see, this is a president who is trying to empathize, Kakra, is trying to care. I mean, your country is in crisis. We have a cost of living crisis. Should be a inflation war. School feeding caterers have been on a long strike. Also, the 3 cities they are asking for from 97 pesos, you can't afford it. And yet this is what you are doing.
So, I have a question.
8 months, and this is what you are doing.
So, a question from one of our listeners for you. Now, on the point, say, now Sanka president signed Eddie train neighbor back to Paris. Now, Obefa flight to her Eddie Kigali, no. Krobia Asante, office of the vice president, he says, Honorable Okwejetwa Ablakwa claims that since Brussels airport was closed, President Akufo-Addo should have gone back to Paris for a flight to Kigali. If he had done any checks, he would have seen that Air France flights from Paris to Kigali have been terminated and will be restored on August 1st. So again, what should the president have gone to do in Paris when there are no flights to Kigali? And he attaches a schedule, and that schedule, for example, says Rwanda, Kigali International Airport terminated, Air France, Ibimo is suspended, and all of that. And the information is it will be restored on the 1st of August. Inti, the president called Paris Mpoa, there will not have been a flight for him from Paris to Kigali.
The desperation is getting even more ridiculous, Minia. Inti, you go back to Paris, now say there is no direct flight on Air France. We don't have other aircraft, and we don't have other airports in that enclave. You can't move from London, Heathrow and Gatwick. You can't move from Holland. KLM is not available. Look, let's.
But this is the president of the republic we're talking about. I mean,
yes, but this is the president who has decided that he will use
a normal passenger beer or movie from one airport to the other.
Nobody has said that. This is a president who will be given full presidential courtesy when he travels in Ghana's presidential jet. He will have avoided all this train, all of this, stops and going through airports and all of that if he uses a presidential jet. But also presidential jet, as the defense minister told us in June last year, and yet luxurious enough. This is the price you pay for wanting ostentation, wanting extravagance, wanting luxury at the expense of the suffering masses. That's the price you pay. So I have no sympathy for such a president who is not empathetic, who doesn't have fellow feeling for the people. This level of recklessness, look, all of us must rise up and stop this. Look, check what is happening in the world. What other world leaders are doing. They are being very modest. They are cutting down on a lot of waste. Mexico, the Mexican president has even refused to use the very expensive presidential jet that he inherited because of the cost of maintaining it, cost of fuel and all of that. He's being very prudent. He's traveling commercial. Look at all these leaders that we go and borrow money from. Look at all of them, how they travel. Simple, commercial. If they will not use their presidential jet. Look, in every country, it's such a big scandal if you will rather opt to go for the most, because we know obscene. Obscene. As I was saying, even if you must charter and offer companies no krana, you go for something that we know you are president. It is something fairly luxurious, fairly comfortable. But we know top of the range is out of this world, outlandish charges because you are going for the kill. I mean, who will sympathize with you when you are not sympathizing with the people? And you are just blowing cash. Look, one trip, 4.1 million. And I challenge them, I dare them to put out contrary figures. I dare them. This business, we only paid for 8 hours, 40 minutes. They shouldn't repeat that anywhere. Who told you that is how chartered arrangements work? Who charter aircraft or mobile foul from their base? You pay that distance. When they pick you up to your destination, you pay for that. The layover, the hours, you must add it. When they are flying back, you also pay for that
as well.
It was 8 hours, 15 minutes. When you put all of that together, my 21-hour analysis, I have been very generous with the president.
Very generous, very well. So, in all of this advocacy over the past 1 year, do you think, sir, taking a step back and looking at what has happened through this advocacy, you putting out details, for example, serial number of the flight, type code, mode S, and all those details, are necessary in the interest of the safety of our president? Do you think they are necessary?
It is absolutely necessary because of the people we are dealing with. Look at the statement they've issued. Instead of admitting, say, oh yes, you are right, we chartered this aircraft. Yes, we think that it's too high. We will, look at it, get more moderate. Please forgive us. That's what happens elsewhere. Sure, UK politics. My foreign secretary, when she was caught on an expensive chartered aircraft, she apologized. Elizabeth Truss. I mean, she was heavily criticized. Wealthy United Kingdom. When you are dealing with people who don't want to, be sincere, truthful, forthright, honest with the facts, you must put out as much facts as you can. But I am always conscious of the president's security. If you have observed, I only put out the details when they have landed. I know from the beginning when the flight begins, meaning, say, yes, they've done it again, this is where they are going. But I take my time on Mokoland because I'm also careful. When person they'll put it on my head and say, Mina, the details way too. And some adventurous, took the aircraft down. God forbid. I know that will never happen. I'm cautious enough to put out the details when they have landed and they are resting comfortably in their hotels.
Sammy, my Bibiania, I will come back to you again. Why?
No problem.
Samuel Okuye to Ablakwa, a ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee in Ghana's Parliament, and Amotezi AD and Komo, member of Parliament for the North Tongue constituency, and Motezi Kasa, Moma Yen Shannon. Some 33 minutes after 4. Eha Sempa 94.7 FM. Hey, so there. Anyways. Kwekubwa he abekansa wa ha. Sofo Charles Owusu abekansa ewa ha. Enti ye no won be hye nkomo na se enche na monso mahu